How's it going, everyone? On MyTyme, this is WWE Supercard, and first things first, I did not bring you my most recent King of the Ring rewards because I came out in quarterfinals. Yeah, I didn't even bother to energize, I didn't bother to try because the guys at the top had Survivor Pro Divas as tags and everything, and I was just like, ugh. So I thought I'm not going to I needed so much luck to get to the final that I thought I'm just going to give up on it. Now, I did get the Daniel Bryan. It's about the only event over the course of the weekend I put any real effort into. So I have the potential, because I haven't pro'd him yet, but the potential to pro him out. So if we go to Combinable and we go to Survivor, you will see here that I have two Daniel Bryans. So my first Daniel Bryan is already ready to go. In terms of statistics, if you guys can see, what I would recommend to people is leaving his power alone, because he's never going to be able to match the top tier or the top event cards in terms of power, even if you put some boosts on him. So if you can see, he goes 19, 20, 20 and 20 for charisma. So putting it in power is probably a waste. Now, depending on what event cards you have got, there is a fault for increasing his toughness. Now, given my cards and all I have, I could really do with a good toughness card. However, Daniel Bryan procs in both speed and charisma. So what I'm likely to do is do one like this, one of the cards, and the other card will be something like this, most likely. Potentially like this. So I will give him a little boost in toughness. I'm not going to put all the stats into solely speed and charisma, and the reason I'm not going to do that is because I think we are quite close to starting a new tier. WrestleMania is coming soon, so WrestleMania tier, if it's not out in the next week or so, will be out in the next month. That's a fact. So once WrestleMania tier is here, Survivor cards will become secondary in terms of their importance. Obviously, event cards will carry more weight than the original Survivor cards. So part of me is saying, let's just make it all speed and charisma, so he has more validity as we carry across into WrestleMania tier, because to have a pure speed and charisma demon card would obviously potentially help him to beat some of the weaker WrestleMania cards, depending on how the stats come up, or at least in terms of tags, he can do the speed and charisma part, and I can put him with someone like, for example, The Undertaker, WrestleMania Undertaker with an event Daniel Bryan would give me a decent tag. But yeah, I'm probably going to shy off of that and put one or two of these tokens into toughness, just to make him that little bit more well-rounded. I'm going to have a decent amount of charisma in my rock. My rock's just over 32,000 in charisma. 3,200 in charisma, which is good. My Kalisto is like 3,150 or something in speed, so he's decent. Ric Flair, I've pumped up on the power and charisma. So yeah, toughness is where I lack. So I'm probably going to make Daniel Bryan a kind of a 3-stat card. That's what I'm thinking to do. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think I should do, or what you are going to do if you were lucky enough to get the card. In my new season, it's not very chatty. I haven't said anything yet, but if I click on standings, I've been asleep. Now, Puddle's my puppy. Seen him in the game all the time. Regular player. We've got Jason as well. But as you can see down here, we are the three, should we say, humans, which will look like we have the better decks. You move down, we've got Alex and Nate that are also fellow humans. Outside of the top 8 at the moment, they're all bots. Nate and Alex, I'm going to guess either A, don't have such good decks, or B, aren't playing as much. Let's just check if we need to power up a bit. Yes, we do. We're coming up to Alex next. I'm going to go play a couple of games after this to power up the rest of my team. While we're doing that, let's just come in here and we will swap my level Daniel Bryan for my unleveled Daniel Bryan, which is down here. Where are you, Daniel? Okay. And before we play that, let's just come back out. So let's look what else is going on. Team event, Kevin Owens. Now Kevin Owens is a pro. He's been a reward before in the event, so he will make a pro for a lot of people. And as this is another, should we say, indication that WrestleMania 2 is coming soon. They've used Kevin Owens as a reward before in one of the, I think it was Road to Glory, in fact he was in. Now to put him out here as the team reward is a big indication that he is going to be, that WrestleMania 2 is coming soon, because they're now offering Survivor pros from the events. So you saw the individual event, the rewards were terrible apart from the Daniel Bryan, so I could understand people not going for them unless you already had the Daniel Bryan card. They're now making the event cards for the team event pretty good. You can see, forget Dean Ambrose is okay, John Cena's a really good epic card, Dean Ambrose is okay for a legendary card, and Kevin Owens is a reasonable Survivor card, but not so much how reasonable he is, it's more the fact that he makes a pro. So WrestleMania has got to be close, and as a result I'm going to be playing as few games as possible in exhibition and obviously the team event, because as you can see with the ladder rewards, we are closing in on that 15,000 mark, which is going to be a superstar of your current rarity. So I really want WrestleMania tier to drop. I'm going to try and put some effort into the event to help the team out, but I'm not going to be going ham, so to say. I will not be massively, should we say, hammering the games to get us to points. What I will probably do is, and I will click on the event to show you, I will probably ignore that, this is no good for this. I'm in the wrong place, sorry. I will probably play enough to put myself on around, trying to think, 10 points with about. So if I were to do 1,000 points, and if I buy so what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to buy the bouts, post myself around 1,000 points or up to 1,000 points. You need what, 150, 240, 315, 390, 465. So there's 1,000 points there. All those two, and then you've got the later games as well. So I'm going to try and probably put in about 1,000 points with bouts, and then if they need some help doing the last bits, I will try and help there as well. But if everyone puts in 1,000 points, 10,000 will get you the cards. Obviously, I'm going to use bouts because I want to try and reduce the number of games I'm going to play. I'm not using bouts for any other reason than to try and reduce. Rather than get +5s, I'd rather get +10s, because it's half the number of games I'm going to have to play. So I've got 500 or so games spare at the moment, depending on when the next WrestleMania is released, what the next card is. If the card happens to be a Diva Pro or a Diva card in the Survivor tier, maybe I'll have to go for it. If it isn't, and it's a PCC for a regular card, I'm probably not going to play at all. I'm going to just wait for WrestleMania to drop, and I'm going to take that free reward in WrestleMania tier along with my WrestleMania pool, and then maybe do some pack openings and see if we can get an early pro and get in some of those King of the Rings and try and get ourselves a good start, a good jump start anyway into WrestleMania tier. So that'll be my time. Thank you very much. Let me know if you bothered to play in the recent Road to Glory. If you didn't have the Daniel Bryan card, let me know if you played. I'd be really intrigued to see if anybody who's saying Epic Legendary tier bothered to play. Did you think the rewards are worth it? I mean, a King Barrett or Wade Barrett, whichever you want to call him, and a Dolph Ziggler, Epic and Legendary, and Survivor Gold Dust. Yeah. Was it worth your time? I mean, I'd be really intrigued if anybody bothered to buy any bouts or matches to be able to get those cards, because from my perspective, I don't think they're worth it. At least down here in the team event, an Epic John Cena will be good for some of you guys in Ultra Epic and Legendary tier. Dean Ambrose isn't the worst card in Legendary tier. It's not the best, it's not the worst. And Kevin Owens, same as Survivor, it's a reasonable card. But if you've liked the video, please guys let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all very, very soon.